I remember you usually have like an IPA here and there when you're done with your set.
Forget about it, dog.
A guy like you.
Guy like me, I'll rip a couple IPAs. I'll have 4 or 5 IPAs, get real sad, go home. That's what I do, dude. That's what I do. Maybe downshift to 1 or 2 shitty water beers, get real sad, go home. That's the move, dude. Wait.
Are we on? Okay. Here we go. Nah, I don't know what I'm doing.
I was like, is there sort of like that New Zealand dance, Maori fucking?
Oh yeah,
What's
the
that
Haka.
called? The Haka, yeah.
It's very fun when you see the white guys doing that as well.
Sure.
Sometimes you'll see. I remember I was watching. It was Ireland versus New Zealand rugby. And the Irish guys did it back to them, and I was like, "Yo, you can't have a dance.
This is a colonialism dance. We can't do this."
Yeah, you think you had it rough?
Yeah.
We also, you might not know it, but we also got fucked up. All right, guys. Station identification. It's Big Al's Grill ASMR. I'm joined by the esteemed, the one, the only, Adam Cayton Holland. Adam!
It's great to be here, buddy.
Great to see you.
It's nice to see you here in LA. I'm not going to give away your
No, you can give it out. Everyone knows where I live. Given it out multiple times.
Mar Vista, 1418 Palms Avenue.
Yeah.
That's your house.
Pretty much, dude.
Pretty much close?
Yeah, if you guys want to send me fingernails or hair.
Jars of
you
urine.
want. Yeah, it'll go great on my shrine. No, I went on a podcast recently. I told a bunch of people, just ask me to be in my close friends and I'll just let you in.
Yeah. And then how's that working out for you?
I 75 DMs being like, please put me
just be my friend?
Yeah, just be on close. Well, I'm on close friends. I'm posting crazy shit on close friends.
Dude, I'm so old. What's close friends?
So close friends is like you have your regular Instagram story.
Yeah.
You can do a secret Instagram story.
Shit.
For only people that you consider top confidants.
And you have to be accepting? You have to accept them as top confidants?
You have to add them yourself. So you have to say like, all right, I have some shit I need to talk about the Denver comedy scene.
Right.
So let me just throw that in this story.
How many close friends do you have?
I've got about 100.
Okay.
But these are people. Sometimes I'll add somebody just to make a point, and then I'll de-add them.
That's kind of just like a fucking punitive, like, oh man, I've been unclose friended. I've been kicked down to the main feed.
Brother,
I'm on the grid.
When somebody shows you something from somebody else's close friends that you're also friends with, and you're not on that green story, stab it. It's like not getting the invite to prom.
I think the takeaway for me is I got to spend a lot more time on social media. It feels like I'm missing a lot, and that's good for you.
No, I mean you're not missing anything that's really important. It's mostly just still a hellscape.
These are my homies.
These are yep.
You close friends with these two?
We can put their faces on internet. That's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah, I mean at the end of the day, the Mar Vista at 5 o'clock. We picked a good time because there's a lot of activity today.
When you and I were talking about this, you're like, I said maybe 4. I'm just trying to think about other things. You're like, trust me, buddy, 5. It's the golden hour.
Because there's always something going on.
And I'm so happy with it.
If we ever, we won't run out of things. If we ever did, we could then just walk over and do chin-ups.
There's a sea breeze. You can't see the sea, even though Mar Vista does mean view of the Mar. You can't see it, but you can feel it for sure.
And Mar is Irish for ginger.
It's Brooklyn for mom.
Very cool. Oh yeah, that kid just ran through. Dude, I love it here, man. No, this has been good so far. I mean, I'm glad you came on the pod. I'm glad you wanted to come on, dude. I just got off the road. It was like 2 weeks in a row.
How's that feel? Are you happy to be home and chill?
I'm very happy to be home and chill. And I'll say this about LA when people go, you got to either go to, you got to go to New York.
Yeah.
There's something about, and I felt this way, I didn't really tour when I was living in Denver, but I wouldn't really call it touring now. I'd say I'm just spastically visiting cities to do standing up comedy.
Which rules?
Dude, it's the best.
Yeah, people think oh, you're on tour, is it grueling? Because they hear tour, they think musicians. It's like we're 90 days out. Mm-hmm. You're like, nah, I go to a city for a weekend and get to go to coffee shops and restaurants for 3 days, and then I go home. It's kind of awesome.
I enmesh myself in people's lives, whether they like it or not.
You become a fixture for 3 days.
Pretty much, dude. I mean, shout out to the Providence Wine Snobs. I hung out at their wine party, and shout out to Herb, shout out to Tristan, Abby, what's up, Nick, everybody. I felt as though I was literally on Zillow about to look up and be like, I'm moving to Federal Hill, dude.
And it's not disingenuous. They felt that bond too. They wanted to hang with you. But you're a traveler, man. You're married to the road.
At the end of the day, dude, I'm a desperado.
Yeah, dude. No time for Providence. There's more towns out there.
I know. I can't wait to go to Detroit next week. And by the way, Detroit, that's going to be, we're doing Dress Like a Seat night in Detroit. So if you see a picture from the stage, that's what we're doing.
Dressed like a seat?
Yeah.
I thought you said Sikh, and I was like, that's not a good, that's problematic.
No,
dude.
we did that last weekend. Nobody liked
Dressed
it.
like a Sikh night. Not again.
A lot of my friends just showed up in togas, and I go, I think you missed the mark.
Buddy, you did no research on this.
You did
no research.
I...
You went with your first guess, toga, and it was way off. And now I look like a dick.
Hey, here for Dress Like a Sikh night? No, this is just my outfit.
Yeah, some guy doesn't know, but he's just, yeah, I just thought this was like my scene finally.
Bro, I'm so glad to have you here. And you know what I like about Adam is I'm having guys on, real men of genius. That will be our one segment later.
Yeah, we gotta get a sponsor for that.
We don't have we stole it from Bud Light. That's our one sponsor.
Oh, got it.
Usually we wait until all the way to the end of the podcast and people forget.
Yeah.
I forget, honestly.
Do you really have Bud Light as a sponsor?
No, dude.
I don't know what's real and what's fake
Well,
anymore.
my last sponsor was a perineum massager. Which,
Nice.
Oh no, there's young ears.
I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah, that was my last. I refuse to take money from Blue Chew and or sports gambling.
Good for you, man. Yeah, sports gambling, I was talking to somebody else about that. It's like, it's still wild to me it's legal. Every time I see an ad where it's like, you know, DraftKings or whatever, and it's Jamie Foxx, I'm just like, or Jamie Foxx, I feel like it's like Lucille Ball telling me to smoke cigarettes. And it's like, this isn't gonna age well.
Absolutely not, bro. What's up, man?
No, it's all good. No worries. We're here.
That kid has a 5-leg parlay right now.
Betting on Jokic. Did you see what happened to the Nuggets today? My phone has been blowing up.
They fired Malone.
And the GM.
Why?
3 games from the playoffs. It's
that,
wild. My phone has exploded today. I'm a big Denver Nuggets fan.
Are they bringing in like an interim guy, or are they just
the assistant coach is interim? But apparently it's been chaos behind the scenes, and it's like 2 camps between GM and coach. People weren't talking to each other, and they just fired everybody 3 games from the playoffs. It's pretty chaotic, my man.
That could be the spark they need, though.
That's what the GM's thinking. But
listen, it's like in hockey, you bring in John Tortorella. You know, a guy who's going to come in and scream at everybody and lose his mind.
For 3 games and then a first-round exit in the playoffs?
Yes.
That's some journeyman work. I'll take that.
Yeah, dude.
Listen, you're going to be here. I'm here for a short time, not for a good time.
Everyone's going to hate it. Wait,
I'm an assassin. Heads roll.
I got to start the fucking grill up. Hold
on.
Yeah,
what are we cooking, man?
I decided to. You can hang out for a bit. I'm just gonna get this thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do chicken kebabs today.
Nice.
I'm trying to go. I'm gonna stick my head inside the grill.
Get in there.
We're making chicken kebabs because I'm trying to eat less bread. I'm doing a 21-day detox challenge with my mom. And sugar detox.
I'm doing a 21-day detox challenge from my mom. She doesn't know about it, but I'm on day 6.
Stop calling me. I know they fired the coach.
Yeah. I mean, that's for real what we talk about. So
Yes, exactly.
We've talked twice today.
Dude, it's, I don't know. I've been trying to talk about this a lot in my act, but I feel as though my entire life has been talked about. I've talked about like food, and I've talked about like my body and how my body looks, but nobody has sympathy for a guy that looks like Buzz Lightyear.
Nah,
Nobody
you're too
cares.
good looking for sympathy, buddy.
I am.
You're not gonna get it.
It's not that I want sympathy. I just want you to be in my shoes for a little bit. My size 9s.
The struggles. Hey, I'm a size 9 as well. You know what that means? We could trade shoes. No problem.
Let's do it right now.
All right. These are limbs out of Boulder.
Limbs?
Yo, have you ever seen these? Ah, fuck.
Hold on.
These are cool, man. They're out of Boulder, Colorado.
Oh my God, I love this about Denver.
They're like all recycled materials.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Here we go.
They're pretty cool. Like a glove? Oh, like that. Oh, dude, I didn't get it right. I just got the socks with flip-flops like Outcast.
I mean, this is how I know you haven't been podcasting in a while,
Yeah, no.
but this is how we
This is what the
pod.
kids are doing?
This is what the kids are doing.
Close
We're
friends
shoes on
on
feet.
Close friends on Instagram, shoes on feet.
Shoes on feet.
These kids are wild, dude.
Hold on, I gotta take this.
Is it my mom?
See, that's-
Tell her I'm detoxing.
He's upset with you.
Hey, Linda, can't take it. He's detoxing.
Can't take it. Get out of here, dude. I love Adam because when I was coming up in Denver, and I'd still consider myself coming up, but it's very cool to have somebody that not only cares about the craft, does it exceptionally well,
Ah, thanks.
and has had professional success, all while continually doing his own thing and keeping the integrity of it. Where in LA, all you see is people compromising.
Right.
It's compromise this. It's like, hey, listen, we can't make your show, but you could go on this panel in a white room,
Right.
and you could have women pop a balloon in front of you.
Right.
How would that sound?
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna have you go out for an audition where you have to pretend to be a DJ for 5 Instagram models, and they're gonna figure out which one's actually the DJ.
This
It
sounds
just,
like a
as
place
an
of real experience.
Yeah, it just as an example, if you could just do some of the things, and I go, what? And you go, that's great.
This kid's good. And the guy you're going
Wow.
against is so dumb, he has no riff skills whatsoever. You're like, oh, pretend to do a DJ thing? Got it. And this guy's like white hot panic.
This
next
guy
to you.
is doing a key bump in the bathroom, telling me about how Fuckboy Island actually wasn't that bad.
Oh, buddy, that's
Yeah.
breaking my heart.
It is, man. But at the end of the day, I thank myself for having came up and seeing guys like you, seeing guys like Ben, that were doing it at such an exceptional rate and in front of audiences that I think were smart enough yet cool enough to really stay on and be fucking. I thank Denver all the time. I was just in Houston with Sam this weekend, man, and we were just hanging out, and I was like, fuck, dude. The fact that I got to see him, Derek, you, Ben, I think even Ben Kronberg at times.
Sure, man.
Not all the time, but
I texted him the other day.
That's on the close friend story. That clip's for the close friend story.
I told him the other day, I texted him, we don't talk much at all, but I just remembered a joke of his from back in the day, and I just laughed out loud alone in the car. It was, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, I'm a girl. And I just texted that to Ben. I was like, God damn, that's a funny joke, man.
Dude, I remember he would just lash out and just go, how many fucking jokes did you write today? You do that all the time.
Now, seeing you and Stroop, I mean, you guys are kicking ass, and it makes me very proud. I'm always happy for Denver guys to succeed. I consider you a Denver guy. I think there's some sort of good chops to be earned there.
Right.
And I think it's a hell of a place to start. There's a purity to kind of you better not suck, or you're gonna get called out as sucking, or you're not gonna shine there. So 'cause it's not small, it's not so small that anybody can rise. You
Not at all.
You gotta really be solid.
No, and there's
break
institutions in place. You have the Grolics. There's B rooms that are not like the Comedy Works. And Comedy Works, by the way, is nationally acknowledged as being one of the best comedy clubs in the country.
Yeah, man.
But then you've got these B rooms I'd consider B room. I'd call them A2.
Denver Comedy Underground.
Denver Comedy
Rips.
Underground.
Yeah.
Comedy Fort.
Oh, Comedy Fort's one of my favorite
Comedy
clubs, man.
Fort. I'd even call Loonies if you really want to say the R word.
I don't fuck with
Get
Loonies.
down there. Get down.
I don't fuck with Loonies.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I do know, yeah. If you want to say the R word or the F word, Loonies is a home for you.
Yeah.
For sure.
You can tell because it's called Looney.
Yeah, buddy, anything
There's
goes.
nothing like
It's military night. These guys have PTSD, and they don't care what you say.
Yeah.
They've heard and seen worse.
Listen, it might sound like laughs. It might just be screams.
It could be crying. Bottom line, Bud Lights are $1.
Dude, there's nothing like go to an old comedy club and looking at the old pictures
Yeah.
like that they have on there where it'll just be Nick Swanson, and it's just a guy with a snake.
Right.
And you're like, what did he do?
Oh, you don't know Hoagie Jake? Hoagie Jake, he was Tim Allen's opener, dude, for 9 years. Hoagie Jake ripped.
Dude, Hoagie Jake, Chinaman, that's a real person. Real guy.
Jesus Christ.
AKA Kid Walk, sorry.
Yeah, this is Looney stuff.
And listen, this isn't even me. I'm wearing Adam's shoes.
Yeah. Anything that happens is a direct result of the Lems company out of Boulder.
Dude, can I say this?
Yeah.
This is what I love about Colorado, dude. People will fucking go band for band when talking about niche outdoor clothing brands.
yeah.
Melanzana. Look at this. You're like, yeah, I signed up for a wait list in 2 years. They had a woman originally from Pakistan. She molded my foot with her afterbirth.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm developing these
This
shoes.
is the trauma series, and not everybody gets those. You have to apply. You have to write a 5-paragraph essay, have it notarized.
You gotta have a black square on your Instagram profile.
Or at least proof of a black square.
Proof of black square is required.
Not amongst close friends, publicly.
That's such a Denver thing, dude. I love it. People will be like, yeah, man, just got the Arc'teryx drop.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, we got the Mammoth coming on.
Well, what's funny is I got 2 boys now, and like I'm just becoming a freaking Colorado dad. Went camping last summer, and this summer we're gonna go camping again, but now we have a dog, and our car was to the brim with shit before we had the dog. So I gotta get one of those like Thule carriers on top of the car to bring all the extra shit. And I'm like in the market for a fucking rack on the top of my Subaru Outback, and I'm like, man, what have I become?
But you love it, though.
I do love it, but it's like
Dads love
when
gear.
you lean into a cliche so hard, there is a moment of like, wow, I didn't even fucking hesitate, did I? I just like jumped into the deep end, and it's freezing. I'm like, I gotta adjust. Okay, fucking tread water and adjust, because I'm freezing right now, and there's no getting out of this pool.
Dude, dads love gear, man. They actually love gear, and I'm not talking about steroids, but my dad does love steroids.
I mean, my garage is getting cooler and cooler, and sometimes I do open it up and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of cool shit in here, like. And I got it organized all nice because it's a small garage, so it's really just like, look at what I did with this small amount of space and all the cool outdoor shit I've crammed in here.
It's almost as if like this is your life is so dedicated to your family in a way that like now you take such pleasure in showing somebody a wine bottle opener that's mechanical, and you go, just put it on there. Swear to God, watch what happens, man.
Yeah, it's weird though, because I tried to get out of Denver, and I was like, I'm gonna live in New York or LA growing up, and then I just kept going back, and now, so it's weird to watch me just become it so completely, but.
It's nice freeing, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's like, you turn 40, I'm 44, you turn 40 and you're like, yeah, well, fuck it. Evolved. There's no more to be done here.
I'm in my final form.
I've achieved it, and it's only like decrepitude.
Dude. Decrepitude. All right, wait. Let's. Should we throw the meats on? Hold on.
Are they in your pocket?
Yep. Keep them all in there.
Smart. Warm them up.
All right. We're also every episode we run an experiment to see how hot a GoPro can get.
Oh yeah. How's it going?
So far so good. I mean, yeah. It's not on now, but it's gonna turn on.
Where is the GoPro?
That was crazy, dude. Who sneezed like that?
It's the shoes, bud. You're allergic. Your body's having a horrible reaction to those shoes.
I'm getting RSV through my feet.
This is like a measles outbreak. This is fucked. Have you been to Mexico in those shoes?
Brother, I was in Texas, close enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something. I was in Texas, and I did ask somebody about the measles thing.
Yeah.
And I felt like weird asking.
Yeah, I'd ask too. I'd ask my wife if our boys were vaccinated.
Yeah,
she said, yeah, we're good.
But you're a dad. It's like me, I'm like 28. I'm just like, hey, one of the guys at the festival told me there'd be someone with mushrooms, and what's up with these measles, dude?
Yeah. And you're like, this is a volunteer. It's some like 21-year-old comedy fan. She's like, I don't know why you think I have the answers to this.
Okay, yeah, just let me know. Also, this is an Alamo, right?
Do you know where I'm staying?
No, where?
No, it's like, that's you to the girl.
Oh.
I was doing a character of you.
That's good.
Asking the girl.
He knows the rules. He knows the rules then.
Yeah, I was doing a character of you at a festival asking the 21-year-old volunteer literally everything.
This might be the first time we've had a guest on who knows the only rule.
Which is?
No bits, only impressions.
Exactly. What an honest fucking rule.
I've flipped multiple people on their chair.
Yeah,
for doing
absolutely.
a bit.
Don't you do a fucking bit. Don't you come in here and do a bit.
Don't you dare.
You don't think I have bits? You don't think I could do bits?
This is a guy who not only has bits, he's got stories.
I got skits.
Stories are allowed. Skits, if you have to set it up as saying, I'm doing an impression of a skit.
Do you have an impression in your act at all?
Dude, I do Family Guy impressions for like 10 minutes.
For real?
Yeah.
And how's that hit?
Jeslinik hated it.
Well, fucking duh.
That hit so hard. No, I was literally leaving the green room, and I was like, just turned to him. I go, it's like mostly Family Guy bits I do, and he goes, I can't wait to follow that. He hated it.
Jeslinik one time headlined the High Plains Comedy Festival, which I run, and I had just come back from filming my TV show here, and I came back for the weekend. We weren't even done shooting, but I came back to run my festival. I'm like on top of the fucking world. And Jeslinik sold out the Paramount, and I'm backstage like thanking him for being there, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, how's your show going? I was like, oh man, it's going so good. Like, I can't believe all the cameos we're getting. I was like, we had this person, that person. We had Tom DeLonge from Blink-182. And he goes, all the comedy greats. And it's just like the most, just, I was so high, he just stopped me right in my fucking tracks. I was just like, got it.
He's the man, but he's a psycho.
He's great.
He's the man.
He's pure.
He truly is,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
He doesn't
yeah.
give a fuck about anything.
I think there's a lot of compromise. There's a lot of ass kissing. There's a lot of like, oh, don't talk shit about these people. And he's pure as the driven snow. And I love
we talk
that.
a lot of shit on this podcast.
Yeah, who are you talking shit about? I want in.
Mostly Chinaman.
That's too far for me because Chinaman was doing some.
Chinaman was good
was
to me.
like, he was an influence personally, and like I'm not gonna burn that bridge. Okay?
Yeah,
I get that you're in LA now and everything's going great, but I can't talk shit about Chinaman and go back to Colorado and expect to work. I can't. So I'm not gonna.
It'll be over.
Look, I want the clicks as bad as you do. ACH versus Chinaman, oh my God, it'd be unreal.
Dude, that
but I don't
thumbnail
want
would
to
be
fucking do
nuts.
that. I don't want to do that because that's how you burn a whole city to the fucking ground. And there's gonna be so much collateral damage, I don't want to touch it, dude. I don't want to fucking touch it.
Speaking of the city, all right, let's go to our prepared questions.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right, here we go.
These flip-flops are great.
They're nice, right?
They are.
My uncle, who lives in San Diego, yelled at me because I had bad flip-flops. My family is a lot of like yelling, trying to help you out.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, what the fuck's your problem, dude? Hold on. And he gets me a brand new pair of flip-flops.
Right.
Here you go. So you're like a fucking idiot. I'm like, all right, man.
It's like he tried to left the East Coast, but the East Coast stayed inside of him.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. How much did you hate me when I started?
I never hated you.
This is a good
I
question.
never hated you. I never hated you, but it is a good question because like no one knew what to make of you because you're like a unique individual, man, and you're such a fun guy to shoot the shit with and talk to. But then on stage, you weren't there yet.
No, of course
Your personality and your jokes had not caught up with each other. Now they have. I think it's like who you are off stage is kind of who you are on stage, and it's great. Before then, I was like, what the fuck is this guy even doing? Like, who is this dude? I like him off stage a lot, but I don't know about this on stage fucking guy. And it has been fun, but that's up to with any young comedian. But your personality was so strong off stage that it was more jarring.
It was, yeah, because then you go on stage and you're just like, I don't even know how to talk. I'm doing like random, like the bits that I was doing in Denver, man, I just remember some of them and I'm like, I went on stage one time and I was like, yeah, you ever look at the water bottle refill station at the airport and think, that's a lot like if the water fountain's son grew up and went to college, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. It felt like you early on decided, hey, there's no bad ideas. Hey, there's no bad ideas, right, guys? And nobody else agreed with you, but you're like, no bad ideas. And then you went on stage. And everyone else is like, no, I think there's a ton of bad ideas. And you're like, no bad ideas. That's the final line.
Guys, we're having fun. Come on, it's the Irish Rover.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
I also remember, this is true, I was just about to ask you to do the Grolics, which is like my show. I run it once a month, and we always very carefully like orchestrate the lineup. And I was like, okay, Flynn's ready. And then you're like, bye, I'm gonna go boom to the moon. I was like, that a boy. So I might have been a little bit too late on you.
Dude, it's all right. I mean, I'll come back anytime you want, dude.
All
I mean,
right.
I'm actually gonna be in Denver this week. I'm doing Colorado School of Mines.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's actually a fun gig.
Very excited.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
Well, you're welcome on Grolics anytime, man. We'll get you to headline the Grolics. You don't need no 10-minute set. Come headline that
that would
fucker.
be wonderful. Guy
Yeah,
like
yeah.
me, Bug Theater, city like that.
Listen, you just play nice with Chinaman till you headline, all right? Until you
I'm
headline.
gonna stand on his shoulders during my entire bit.
If I've seen further than others, it's because I stood on the shoulders of Chinaman.
I had a good view.
I have so many terrible jokes I want to make now, but I'm not.
You can't.
Again, I don't want to burn that bridge.
Okay, here we go.
I got to work, dude.
This is a thoughtful question, but we can actually, I'm gonna ask it while we're grilling. because it's now started to smoke.
There's a lot of weed. Do you need any help from me?
Yeah, come on over.
All right. Oh yeah, get the full flop.
This is what I'm talking about.
Those shoes are clean, by the way. I know you're going sockless.
Don't worry about
They're totally
it.
good.
Listen, when you wear hockey skates your entire life
Yeah.
without socks,
Your feet have seen way worse.
brother, there's
than
a
the bottom of
callus the size of like, you know, like you get like pancetta. It's like this thick.
Yes, I do.
It's that.
Ugh.
All right.
I've been playing soccer, bud, and
You have?
my feet are fucked up. Yeah, I play indoor soccer on Wednesday nights. It's my highlight of my my life.
I think we talked about that, dude. I just started, so right here, they have the roller hockey rink. I don't know if you saw it coming in. I play roller now like every Saturday, Sunday.
You're good at hockey though, right?
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
I did
Your brother plays?
My brother just retired, actually. Shout out to Jake. He was our real man of genius last year.
Oh, wow.
Last week. He just retired. He's 23 years old, so
I thought he was in the minors or something like that.
He was, yeah.
But he's retired, huh?
I can't really, I don't want to speak for him, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he was like, he already had like an injury.
Yeah.
And I think if you're not like a clear cut, like, you know, I think it's just such a grind for those guys.
Oh man, and physically, like, God, my God.
You know what they call the AHL?
No,
The Always Hungry League. You know what they call the NHL?
the Never Hungry League.
You're catching on.
I get it, man.
All right, here we go. Look at these skewers.
Where are these from?
It's a
beautiful.
small market called Ralph's.
Ralph's. I got to give a shout out to the Ralph's in Studio City. That guy's every time I go, there's this one manager, this old black dude, and he's jacked.
Yes.
And he is like the best dude. He bags the groceries for you. He's like sweet as could be. I didn't have a discount punch in. He's like, buddy, I got you. He's like, I remember you. Punched it in. And I was like, you don't remember me. You're just a charmer. Studio City Ralph's, guys. I really couldn't recommend it more.
Shout out, dude. We always like a good shout out here. People say no free ads. I give out free ads all the time.
For
Gives
that
a
guy,
fuck.
I think his name's Dwayne. He rips.
Yeah. All right, here's the question I was going to ask. How does it feel to kind of be a guy that was on the ground floor of watching a scene like Denver's kind of flourish in a way where, you know, you obviously came up through the club, but you have such a hand in creating all of these, what we see now where it's like underground and, you know, Commuline, for better or worse, but you know, you and the Grolix guys were at that forefront.
Yeah. Cool.
Also, shout out, and the Fine Gentlemen's Club. But
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. I feel old. I think everybody, Ben Roy and I were talking about this the other day, because we're still like hustling, trying to get booked,
Yeah.
doing all the things. And he's like, I think we're like those old punk dudes that influenced the scene, and we're still there. And so we're still like, oh, I'm glad you guys are influenced, but like, I could use some money for shows. So it's this weird like grandfather status of like, hey man, thanks for paving the way. I was like, there's no paving. I'm still fucking here doing the way as well.
Yeah, truly.
But suddenly you have this like elder statesman status. So it's cool, but it makes you feel old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that must be kind of tough. But at the same time, you can just roll into like any show and just go. Well, I think here's the problem, is a lot of people just don't ask. Like, I think if you just were like on any, we're like, hey, I want to do the show. Let's do it.
No, I do that all the time. Like
Yeah.
I hit up people all the time. Like, I need to come do 10 minutes, and they're like, of course. And
Yeah.
if you drop into a club and to hang out, they're like, you want to get on? It's kind of nice.
That's
like,
nice.
It's very nice.
You earned that.
It's like you see here with like real celebs when they go into the improv or wherever, and you're like, oh, so and so's here, and they go on, and
Yeah.
I get that. I definitely got local celeb status. I'm like a weatherman.
Chinaman did that at the store.
Yeah, but Chinaman burned his
No,
bridge.
wait,
dude.
I'm thinking of Bobby Lee.
I was at the.
We got to cut that.
No, Bobby Lee would love that. Bobby Lee would love that.
Emmett hates it.
Yeah, he's
So,
probably right.
I
Let's
didn't-
go with the Emmett radar.
Keep it in? Yeah, all right.
It's custom drama. Let's stir it up. I didn't say it. I'm just here alongside of it, so I get the benefit of the clicks.
Yeah, we get to have
while
some
Flynn
fun.
crashes.
But this is kind of nice, no?
Absolutely, man.
So, I usually go seasoning with it, contrary to popular belief, but
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about you not seasoning anything in there.
there's a lot of talk about people not like, at the end of the day, you're not here in the chair. When you get to the chair, hey, listen, all these people in the comments want to say, well, you're not seasoning anything. I'm like, when you're sitting in the chair,
Right.
you can comment on my seasoning. There's a squirrel in there.
Furthermore, you don't know how this edit came together. You don't know what he did off camera. You didn't see the way he fondled these meats alone before I got here. No one knows.
Yeah, you haven't seen me. I got salmonella hands. I'm trying to get bird flu, okay? #1 bird flu comic in America right now.
Yeah?
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, man. Well, there's only one way to the top.
Shove that entire raw chicken in your mouth. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Nope.
No, these are all not good.
Nope.
Doing a TV show.
Yeah, sure.
So that was actually very cool. I watched all of Those Who Can't.
Did you?
My favorite episode, I think I've told you, is the French Briss.
Yeah, that was a great one.
It looks like you stapled on a piece of pepperoni.
Yeah, that was the one where Ben's character gets recircumcised.
Yes, recircumcised. Yeah. So that was also like, dude, when I figured out you guys had created your own television show and essentially sold it while still being in Denver.
Right.
I don't think you guys like get like how cool it is for somebody that seems like, you know, look, I'm working like, I was...
No, it's right above us. I thought it was on the ground.
Okay,
I thought he'd moved.
geez.
But he was
right
above us.
there.
Yeah. All right, he's getting closer. He smells that chicken, and now he's got a hiding spot. All right. I brought my gun. Don't worry about it. Make a move, little dude. Make a move.
I wonder if they can hear that. Hold on, I'm gonna move my thing.
Oh, they can absolutely hear that. This is
This is terror from above.
Yeah, this is the drawback to casting outside, dude.
But I think it's also the...
Whoa!
Dude, he's like right there.
He's right there. He wants this meat.
Should I just jump up and grab this thing?
You said you want to be the #1 bird flu comic.
Ready?
How about
Watch
some
this.
bubonic plague
you got
instead?
it? You got it rolling?
Oh no, I'm getting out of the way. Did he move?
Yeah, he moved.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. You scared him. Okay.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
All right.
I'm wearing sneakers now. When I'm wearing sneakers, you can't fucking touch me. I got my vest on. I'm built different.
You see that?
Guy like me, Detroit, high ticket warning.
Let that be a lesson to any squirrels who want to come around here and try to fuck with Alec Flynn.
Not my fucking grill.
Also, you see his vertical, by the way? Must have been the Lems out of Boulder, Colorado.
Must have been the Lems. Shout out to Lems, man. This is all alpaca. Yeah, sewn by a virgin. Dude, you know what? I read an article really a while back about Colorado. What do you think you're doing?
Just taking a peek. I'm taking a peek. I'm a dad, dude.
Okay, fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. You have, yeah, that's good status. I've only let one other man touch the grill.
Who was that?
Mandel.
Yeah, I'd let Mandel as well.
Yeah, Mandel's the best, dude.
Yeah,
He kept
sorry.
going,
Sorry.
Wow!
Yeah, all I wanted to say is that you're doing great, and I'm proud of you.
You hear that?
That applies to this, but also a lot more.
This is the thumbnail. It's a good. We should stance up, dude. You got a good stance too.
Oh yeah, it's grill time. TV show, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but I was gonna talk about the shepherds, dude. You know, in Colorado, they still have a lot of like shepherding in the San Juan Mountains.
Yes, I did know that.
So, dude, apparently like Vail and all these resorts, they're owned by like the Greeks. They were owned by the Greeks because like they would just be ferried over here from Europe to be shepherds up in these mountains.
Huh.
And these rich industrialists would just go, yeah, take the fucking land. I don't care. I don't want it.
Yeah.
And then that's where they built the resorts on.
No shit.
Yeah.
This feels like one of those things that hasn't been fact-checked at all.
Dude, I read in the newspaper.
You read in the newspaper that the Greek shepherds own Vail?
They did.
None of this tracks. I feel like if we were to look up who
Where's
owns
your sense
Vail,
of wonder, dude?
Well, it flew out the window when I got sold this Greek shepherd bullshit.
Well, I don't think they own it now, considering the amount of like the monopoly going on.
First of all, if you were to let a Grecian try to run a fucking ski resort, forget about it, dude.
Yeah.
Right into the ground is where that would go.
They could do diners. That's about it.
They could do diners in Crete, and that's it.
They could do diners. They can do diners and eyebrows, man.
Yeah, no, I don't buy it for 1 second. I can't. I'm gonna Google who owns Vail, and who's
Well,
owned
not
Vail.
now. Who's owned Vail? I guarantee you, it's Greeks.
Okay, if I find a Greek that owned Vail at any point, I will apologize. I'll come back and I'll
Why don't we
apologize.
just have? I have a fact checker. Oh wait, we don't. You don't have Wi-Fi, do you? Whoa! How the hell did you do that?
If you want to wind up on the list, Google, do the Greeks own Vail?
A cool list for cool guys.
Yeah, cool list for cool guys who are curious about the Greeks.
Okay. So here's
It's
what
Stavi, he owns Vail.
Yeah, it's Stavros.
They did not. See? So what are you even reading? What are you consuming?
Dude, I don't know. It's underground magazines.
I found a sweet zine about how the Greeks run Vail, Colorado.
Yeah, dude, it's Maxim for dogs.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay, you know
This
what?
is looking good.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip these and then I'm gonna put the lid on it so we can kind of
Put a lid on it.
relax a little bit. I also probably should have gotten tongs, but don't care. Ow. All right.
You did it.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you my story? I told a joke about it, so maybe you've heard it, about meeting Jack White at Dodger Stadium.
No.
And I was in the Lexus Dugout Club, which is like the fancy ass seats. And I'm like, it's a full spread. You can eat whatever you want and all free. And I'm at the hot dog station and I've got tongs in my hands and I'm like waiting to grab a dog. And I look over and there's Jack White right next to me. And I like worship at the altar of Jack White, the coolest dude on the planet. And he just looks at me and he goes, all these hot dogs, you'd think they'd have more tongs. And I was just like, I don't know if anyone's ever said anything cooler than that in my entire life. All these hot dogs, you'd think they'd have more tongs. And then he wandered off, and that was my one moment with Jack White.
You didn't try and
It's a
hang
true
out.
story.
You didn't try and hang out with them the rest of the night?
I have a whole bit about it, but I went, yeah, tongs. That's all I could get out. And I know people who know him. I had so much I wanted to say, and it was just like, yeah, fucking tongs, man. And he was like, peace, I'm gonna go. I'll circle back when you're done with those. See you later. It's kind of a heartbreaker.
I love freaking out, man. I think I've told it on this pod before, but like I was at the Gillis and Bill Burr show, like benefit they did at the Wilbur or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is around here, but I go to the after party afterwards, which shouldn't be there at all. Emmett's looking at me like this.
It's fine.
What, because my traps are huge, or because I'm telling a story where I was in an after party?
Why does Emmett's posture get constantly critiqued on this thing?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to.
It just feels
I'm about to
unfair.
tell a story where I feel vulnerable, and I think that's what it is.
Oh, so you go on the offense right away.
Immediately.
Before you get vulnerable.
Yes.
Now Emmett's a little batch, and you're tough, and you're free to be vulnerable. I get it.
But yeah, anyway, I just saw him from afar. We made eye contact.
Wait,
and
you saw who from afar?
Shane.
Okay.
And we follow each other on Instagram, but I don't think that means anything. So I just...
Not if he's not a close friend.
No, exactly. He's not even the close friends. But then you just made eye contact, and then I just went home.
That's it?
I literally was so secondhand embarrassed that I just left.
Man, I guess...
You ever feel like you're hovering? Dude, you can't hover.
No, you definitely can't hover.
I hovered for a little bit, and I go, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Comics don't do it for me anymore. I'm sure I've had moments where first time I met Zach Galifianakis, and I was like, holy shit. But I don't know, now you do it. Like, the thing's been demystified for me. Like, even though they're at this level that you perceive yourself not at or whatever, it's still the same fucking thing. You know how to make jokes, they know how to make jokes.
Yes.
So like musicians or athletes, that's where I'm like, fucking now I'm acting weird.
Yeah. I did meet, I met Patrice Bergeron of the Boston Bruins after the thing, and I just went up to him, and he was like, great set, man. And I just go, I'm going to have 1,000,000 beers. And he goes, okay.
All right, well, you got a problem.
All right, hey, sounds good, brother. I'm like,
I'm a
fuck.
big Denver Nuggets fan, and one of the assistant coaches is his son's in my son's class.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and so every morning at drop-off for going on 7 months, I've been trying to make small talk.
You've been
just trying to
You
do
gotta just
anything.
double park him in.
Dude, and he's rocking Nuggets, athletic gear, and the kids in head-to-toe athletic gear, and I'm trying it's been my biggest fail. I haven't made any headway at all.
You have to tell Malcolm to fight the sun. So then you'll end up being, and then you're square jockeyed right in the middle of the principal's office.
Now
and you're like,
now it's a situation.
kids, right?
You wanna
Must
get
be
a
how
beer?
it's like dealing with rookies.
Yeah. Yeah,
on
that's
the
right.
Nuggets.
It's like the getting into a car accident with the girl you want to take out type of thing. It's like, now we're here. Now we're legally bound.
Well, I guess my car's still running.
Yeah,
Wants
it's
a
been
ride.
rough. A number of the parents got wind that I'm a comedian, and they were like, well, we want to go to a show. I was headlining Comedy Works. I was like, okay, this is the show. And so a number of people from the school came, including this guy's wife. He was out of town on a road trip, and I was like, that was my one in, is to like crush in front of him. And I destroyed, and I was like, maybe it's enough that the wife will relay to him how great I was, but it's been radio silence, man.
I'm sorry, you'll get there.
You think? I think like the school year's almost over, dude.
How many more hours do we have? How many more months do we have left in the school year?
Like 2 more months.
Yeah, I used to be a teacher too. I remember us reminiscing about that.
I remember when you like left Denver, you were on the cut. Yeah, tell me about that real quick, if I may turn the interview.
Of course.
Because I remember vividly sitting with you in the Denver Comedy Underground. You were telling me very funny stories about being like a sub, but now they offered you a full-time thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, I think I'm gonna take it. And I was like, huh. Because I had a very similar experience when I was a young man, but what stopped it?
Oh,
Like,
I did it. I took it. I was then a full-time teacher.
For how long?
6 months.
Oh, no. What age? High school kids?
They were freshmen in high school.
You were like 25?
I was 25.
That sounds like it's gonna be an illegal situation real quick.
Brother, trust me, they tried to make it that way.
Yeah.
Dude, listen. This one girl every week would take a picture of my ass as I was bending down to hang out bending down to help out with a student, and then she would post it on Instagram and then tag me.
Jesus.
And I'm like, Daniela, why would you tag me in this? You're going to get me fired. She goes, like, it's not my fault you got a dumpy. I'm like,
yeah, it isn't your fault. You got a dumpy.
I just accepted that I was going to prison at that point.
Jesus Christ.
But I'm like, what can I do? I don't know, but like, yeah, the kids were honestly like great kids, like really shitty situations, dude. You forget how COVID fucked them
Oh,
up,
right.
Like I'd see kids trying to make a TikTok in the hallway, and I would just go, you'll never have as many followers as me, so maybe just quit.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd really try and hurt them.
Just to like keep them off of that path.
Yes.
Like go get a welding job.
Like, but you're really
go
good
to
at
trade
math.
school. Yeah. Just the coolest passive-aggressive teach.
Yeah.
Hey, you're never going to be a ball player. But
Yeah.
you know what? I've seen that you started to learn to read.
Well, you know what it is. I mean, we have the chops. You can roast somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and I tried to make sure I was here and there because everyone had the Edgar haircut. So I would just go, oh yeah, nice haircut, dude. You use a cereal bowl? Looks good.
I remember when I was a substitute teacher, dude, I was doing a middle school class and I just lost control. I just absolutely lost control. They were like fifth graders. It was a 45-minute period. And it was one of those where I was like, I'm shutting the door and I'm reading a magazine and I cannot wait for this period to be over. But it got to a level of chaos that was like so loud it spilled out into the hallway. Mm-hmm. And I remember there was some girl writing on the dry erase or whatever, and I'm just sitting there like just 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Finally, the principal comes in, and it's like Lord of the Flies. And she's like, what is going on in here? And I was like, I'm a sub, I lost control, I don't know, like this next period's gonna be soon. And then the girl illuminated the dry erase thing, and it just said, nothing here but some pimp shit. And then it said, he a bitch, and there was an arrow pointing to me. I was just sitting there like, wow, you planned this, like an arrow pointing right at my head. He a bitch. And she was right. I mean, that was some pimp shit. She crushed it. She dunked on my ass. This fifth grade, oof. And you know who that was? Kamala Harris. That's a true story. True story. It's like you were in my vote that day, lady.
Fuck. Dude. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I was not cut out for the field.
Sorry, I gotta grab this. All right, let's check on this chicken.
Yes, sir. Can I keep asking you about teaching?
Of course, yes. So, I mean...
So, like, you had the full-time gig.
Yeah.
You're doing it. Did then you get a don't tell and it sort of popped off?
Yeah. So, essentially, I was teaching, and then I'd go right from teaching to working at Movement, the climbing gym.
Yeah, right.
And then from there, then I would go out and do spots. So I did that for like 6 months. And I got like offered to do the don't tell before I took the full-time job. So like I didn't.
So that was like, but you didn't know that was going to be what it was, but it was.
I had
something
no idea, and I also didn't expect anything from it.
Yeah, of course.
I looked at the thing and I go, okay, like a lot of people have just had like fine ones, and I'm like, at the end of the day, man, I think I had to get out of Denver anyway. I was like, I should not have been a teacher.
I'm sure you were good at it, but
listen, the kids, they love me because I would also every Friday go, we're going outside. Hey, guess what? We're going, dude. There's nothing funnier than...
you can still do recess because we're doing recess.
Dog, when high school kids badger you to go outside and then they just stand there like, it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're outside.
We're outside.
We could be inside with a 1966 air conditioning, but no. You refuted that.
Yeah, you were like, you wanted to go outside, and then you forget they're like, they're like, can we go back inside? I'm like, no, we're outside now. It's not my fault. You don't feel good about yourself, and you're wearing sweatpants and sweatshirts.
Homeboy's back.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
He's still clucking.
Dude, he wants one.
I feel like he's earned one.
Should we give him a little bit of chicken?
And not if you want to record episodes of this ever again.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But we should eat it in front of him and try to hold eye contact to establish dominance.
Tell him it's his friend.
This is your squirrel friend.
I really did enjoy the teaching. I enjoyed the kids sometimes, like, I've gone on Instagram Live a couple times, and then they'll go on and they'll be like, yo, Flynn. Because they would just like, the Don't Tell came out, and then they would put their phone out and play it at me.
Oh, man.
And I would go, yeah, repost it.
Yeah, I know.
What do you...
This does nothing for me.
Repost it.
Yeah.
Show your friends.
Yeah.
But then, like, put it away.
Yeah, this is my teach.
Yeah. I'm like, God. No, they were cool kids, dude. Honestly, I always think about my plan is I want to blow up so hard that, like, at 40, 45, I can, like, move to rural Maine and then, like, tour during the summer and just teach history and coach hockey.
I love this. This is a great vision.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because I figure, I'm like, this will all be a crater sooner or later, like this city. And then I'll just be up in Bangor, hanging,
Buddy, nothing
chilling
wrong
with Emmett.
Nothing wrong with that. Are you from Maine?
Emmett will be my live-in Harry Potter.
Oh, nice. You got to get one.
Hello, Dobby. He hates it. I wouldn't like it either. I don't know why I said that. You're a nice guy. Not only that, but we're a great team. Hey, guys,
every house
please
needs a boy.
fucking come to Detroit.
How are the numbers looking?
Bad.
Yeah? What kind of size room we looking at?
290.
290.
I'm fucked.
Nah, dude. And here's what your friends will say. It's day of. It's a day of market.
It's a day of, yeah.
It's a Thursday, Friday. You watch. It'll rain.
Walk-ups.
Oh, we're a walk-up city. This is a walk-up club. And you're like, cool. I'm not making any sort of bonus at all.
I can't wait to be, But I will say, I remember you usually have like an IPA here and there when you're done with your set.
Forget about it, dog.
A guy like you.
Guy like me, I'll rip a couple IPAs. I'll have 4 or 5 IPAs, get real sad, go home. That's what I do, dude. That's what I do. Maybe downshift to 1 or 2 shitty water beers, get real sad, go home. That's the move, dude.
Get real sad, go home.
Get fucking all in my feelings, go home, dude. That's what I do.
Dude, because I've been on the road and I was telling Emmett, man, I've stayed off the piss completely because at the end of the day, the booze always wins, folks.
Oh, sure.
The booze always wins.
There's also a point, you're still a young buck, but where the hangover gets like, maybe you're already there, but it's like, okay, this is not tenable.
Well, it's just not even worth it, where I'm like, why did I have 4 to 5 beers after my show, knowing I had to fly the next day?
Yeah.
And then my stomach's all fucked, and it wasn't even, like, what was I doing? Just hanging out with, like, a local opener who was like, you didn't get me on Don't Tell? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've done enough hungover air travel where it's like, never again. Like the last night of a weekend, I'm just like, I don't even touch one. Because there is no one for me. There's never been one.
Liam Gallagher has that great quote where he just goes like, he says, come on out to the booze, have a pint, just one. Just one with me. He's like, I'll have him just fucking one.
Right.
I'll just have one fucking pint. What's the point of that?
It gives you a headache and you can't sleep.
Yeah.
I need 4 at a bare minimum. And then I'm like, now we're talking.
That's a true fucking Colorado, dude. Colorado booze guys.
For real, there's just no point to one. That's stupid. What, am I trying to socialize with you? This is about the high, dickhead.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, did you get tickets to Oasis?
No, dude.
What are you doing?
I don't know. What are we at, 48? That's pretty good. We still haven't even eaten yet. All right, here's what we're going to do.
All right.
I'm going to piss.
You want me to man the grill?
Yeah, man the grill.
All right.
You can do a monologue, do whatever you want.
All right, fuck it. Let's see how he's doing here. Well, the squirrel got Alec, and I think he's in a better place now. Love that kid. Real fucking rascal, you know what I mean? Not the best griller, though. Hasn't turned 3 of these at all. So we're looking at raw on one side and charred on the other, which I guess is how Alec likes it. Hey, who am I to judge? Good for the kid, you know? But I do think he has not found his voice comedically. And I think he's fighting an uphill battle because I don't even know if he wants to find it. It's kind of sad. I mean, he's successful. Good for him. Glad the kids are liking him. But there's not a lot of oomph to what he's saying. There's nothing there when you peel it back. Just kind of a lot of tricks. And I don't know. Some people like that. It's not what I look for in comedy. But again, real proud of the kid. Glad he's having a nice little run. I'm sure it's going to last and last and last. Because everybody knows hot runs in comedy, oh, those last forever. There's never any valleys. It's just peaks. Just peaks, Alex. So, yeah, buddy. To the top for you. And then I'll wave at you from the park. I'll say, hey, remember me, Adam? We started together in Denver, but no, you won't remember, will you? All the way to the bottom of a bottle, and they find you in a hotel room. On. It's looking good, dude. Everything's great. Looking very good.
Anybody time me?
That was real quick.
Mic's still on? Yeah, we're on. Just never know, dude.
That was a very quick piss.
It's pretty good, right? No wipe, no wash.
You don't wipe your dick after you piss? I always.
With my hand?
Yeah. You
Take my hand?
No, you do. You wrap the toilet paper around your hand, and then you wipe your dick.
Of course. Wipe it down.
How are you raised?
Apparently in a barn.
It's called a soft jerk. You do it after every pee.
Good for dates.
It's just
social events, functions.
It's just common courtesy. You soft jerk yourself when you're coming back from the bathroom.
I feel like I learned so much.
Again, I'm a dad, dude.
Yeah.
I'm here to impart knowledge.
Yeah, this is good, and this is what the listeners like.
Dad shit.
Everybody that listens is an orphan.
Oh no, it's the #1 orphan pod.
This is the #1 orphan pod in America right now.
That's good, dude.
Yeah, it's between us and
Chinaman.
Smartless, actually.
Smartless, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Chinaman.
Armchair expert.
Chinaman never acknowledged his kids.
Dude,
so.
shout out to Chinaman, dude. You know what? Oh,
do his closer.
Here's what I wanted to speak to you about.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything funnier, truly, than the Denver Comedy Facebook group?
I can't go in there anymore because it makes me physically ill.
Yeah, because it's the funniest shit I've ever...
Do tell. I haven't looked at it in a year.
It's just guys being like, asking a general question about like someone will pop in and go, question for you comics. Is it okay to bring notes up on stage? 300 comments of people who arguably are not stand-up comedians.
Sure, but have thoughts.
But have done stand-up in and around the Denver, Aurora area within the past 10 years.
Wow.
So someone will say, Kid Walk, Chinaman, did actually comment and goes, I was down in Plano, worked on some new stuff. The crowd seemed to like it. I think it's okay if you don't make it blaringly obvious and robotic. Right underneath Chinaman. Hi, comic with visual disabilities here. It really helps if I can look at my notes the entire time while I'm on stage. And I go, yeah, man, I imagine it would.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody, the thing I love about a good Facebook group and why you have to get on there sometimes and kind of check in is people on Facebook think that everything on Facebook applies to them and they need to have an opinion on it.
And the relentless policing by utter hacks is amazing.
It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah, no, I haven't been on there in a while because I'd go on there and I'd comment and it would get a million requests of like, can I do the High Plains Comedy Festival? And I'm just like, I was trying to help.
Dude.
It's you and the don't tells. It's just like, I don't know that.
I don't know these people.
Right.
I got I did post one time in there, probably like last year, because I was just with BK and I was like, this will be funny. I posted a picture of Rob Schneider, and I just go, hey, me and BK Sherrod are opening for Schneider in Vail, Aspen, and Telluride, but we do need someone to host. Comment below if you have a tape.
You're so mean. That's great.
Bro, the amount of people that comment,
yeah,
it's like Also, someone commented like, Schneider hasn't been funny since SNL. And I go, comment back, so you don't want to host.
Yeah, well, there's nothing funny about that money either, dog.
Yeah, and I go, also requirements, must have a car to drive us all. But like, yeah, the one guy, I forget I think he's actually a Comedy Works, like old guy. He commented and he said like, I don't have 5-minute tape, I only have 20 minutes. And I go, do you have a TikTok I could look at? And he goes, no, I'm not on TikTok. And I go, okay, I'll let you know.
Yeah, you got to be careful becoming that dinosaur, dude. Sometimes people ask for a 5-minute tape. I was like, will my 3 Conans suffice? And they're like, what? Who's Conan? You're like, oh yeah, the whole thing's changed. Got it.
Was Conan on Subway Takes?
Right.
Oh wait, we should, dude, I gotta tell you, this is probably the most grill footage that we've had. This will be good.
It's looking good. I was studying it while you were in the pissa.
I was in the piss, yeah.
It looks good.
So I'm gonna bite this just so I can be the guinea pig. The GoPro's on. What's up?
Is it bird flu or no bird flu? It's looking a little raw.
It's on. That's good. I mean,
You seasoned the shit out of it with your secret blend.
Secret blend, dude. It's like I call it the Reiki blend.
Yeah.
Just a lot of hovering.
The Flynn family recipe came over on the boat with them.
Dog. You know what I've been thinking about recently? He was just kind of like still thinking about Providence. You know, Jesse Eisenberg's coming out with a documentary.
Right, about the mall thing?
Yeah, the Providence Mall. There was a guy that was living in a secret apartment inside the Providence Mall. And I can't stop laughing, thinking about just like having a conversation with this guy. And he's like, going to Hot Topic. No one even knows my name anymore. You know, I walk down my street, they turn the Gap into Lululemon. And it's like, when does it end, you know?
This used to be a Wetzel's fucking Pretzels.
This used to be a Wetzel's Pretzels. Hey, when they changed the Gap into Lululemon, price of Dippin' Dots going up.
My first job ever selling shoes in the Cherry Creek Mall at a place called Track and Trail. Yes. And so I'll go to that mall with my boys, and I'll walk by, and it's now like a Georgetown leather. And then I'll be like, this was Dad's first job. And they're just like, they have nothing to contextualize that. They're just like, can we go to the playground? But yeah. I was like, that didn't used to be a papyrus.
Neighborhood's changing. They just put in a Foot Locker, if you know what I mean.
Fucking Christ.
All right, we're going to cut that one.
Why? You assumed some level of racism for that I don't think was there. But let's cut it. Let's cut this. Let's cut the last 30.
I just can't help but think about it. And then some guy just goes like, hey man, do you live in the mall? And he's like, no.
You read the comments, huh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I read every comment. Every Instagram DM I read.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
How's that going for your mental health?
Terrible.
Yeah.
I'm a shell of a human being. I exist solely off the admiration of people I've never met before and probably will never meet again.
Yeah.
You know, people that don't want to buy tickets, people that just decide, you know, that I am nothing more than a person online. You know, not someone with feelings or emotions or thoughts. So, Detroit, guys, high ticket warning.
Detroit, come on out. Support Alec Flynn. He's hanging on by a
goddamn thread.
Yeah.
All right, you know, I think these are about done.
Good, because I am too.
He brought his appetite. You want one skewer or two?
Let's start with one and see where I land.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Sounds great.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Here we go. Boom. And then I'm going to get one for Emmett as well.
Yeah.
Emmett always eats.
That's the one thing I told him. Emmett, you're always going to eat.
Emmett always eats. I have 3 extra here. I'm going to get one myself. Here we go.
You should get a shot, I don't know if you want to, but of a squirrel eating one of these like to end the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to turn off the recording. Saving. All right, we did it. That might have been the first actual successful GoPro exchange we've had on the show.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the new...
Oh, wait, we got to get a picture for the thumbnail. You ready?
Oh, the knees.
Does that go hard? Fuck yeah, dude, it goes hard.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks for feeding me.
Of course. Oh. Yeah.
This is fun.
It is fun.
I love the whole concept.
Dude, I know you're here on a business trip, but I'm glad you could come here and hang out with me.
Absolutely, man. I am too.
Hang out with us, I should say. Me and
It's nice to catch up with you, buddy. And I give you a lot of shit joking around, but I'm glad you're doing well, even though that you're mentally attached to the people who are being mean to you online. Let them go, buddy. You're doing great. You're kicking butt. You're funny.
Thanks, man.
Fuck them.
You know who I was listening to Rory on Mike Birbiglia's podcast.
Corey Scovel?
Corey Scovel.
He's on my indoor soccer team, by the way. I got him on.
You got him on?
I got him in a dish. He played a couple games. They're like, he's got game. Invite him to the team.
Really?
Rory's on the team.
I feel as though men's league is mostly just about fit, and he could probably fit into any sort of team.
He shows up like he wears a fucking headband, which is great.
Yep.
He was wearing tie-dye socks like they were ski socks. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he looks like Bjorn Borg.
Buddy, you'll fucking love this. It's a 40-year-old beer league. We're all washed up. 3 games he has tried to jump in the air and do scissor kicks. And like you can't slide tackle, you can't jump. Like the other team will get the ball if you do that. This is like, we're old, don't fucking do that. 3 times he has tried to do something a 19-year-old for Man U would be elated to pull off. And he goes completely horizontal. And like the whole team is just now like, just dies, like, what are you fucking doing? And then they blow a whistle, because they're like, again, A, the hubris of you even trying this fucking move, and B, illegal, Rory. But he keeps trying, and it kills me every time.
Does he get to the bench dead serious, and he goes, it's this close?
He acts, and I've told him, like, I'm frustrated with you trying this, Rory. Like, please stop, you're hurting the team. And he's just like, I don't know he's like, I know. I thought that was the best angle of approach at the time. I'm just like, buddy, in what world do you pull this off? But if he ever fucking does, I mean, the time will stop as we run out and celebrate.
That's a goal out, yeah.
It's a huge
That's game.
moment. It's fucking game. I don't care if we're DQ'd or we win or whatever.
Yeah.
If Rory pulls that off, we're done. To the beers.
to the
fucking
beers. It's over.
Yeah, man. Anyway, Rory was saying.
Well, he was on Mike Birbiglia's podcast talking about just like how he changed his mindset and how long it took him to just kind of like be funny. And this weekend in Houston, for 20 minutes, I had a 30-minute set. For 20 minutes of it, I think I was really in my own head trying to like get out material that was new and that, you know, more or less I believed in. Mm-hmm. And just when it stopped hitting, or hitting, I guess, as hard as it should be. Mind you, I got on at midnight.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, everybody that's been there is like already pretty drunk.
Yeah.
And I'm up there like doing.
Is this a festival?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
like doing like, like pretty good, but like I think then I fucking made somebody throw me their vape, and then I just had a fucking freak out on all of them, and I crushed for 10 minutes.
That's the way you gotta go.
And I just freaked out, and I go, oh wait, this is like actually the purest form of me, where it's just like I'm just having fun, and I'm like losing it.
Yeah, a little bit on
because I'm
edge.
a crazy person.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is actually my final form, is just getting on stage and being like, they're abducting people. And you're here?
Your baby Pepitone.
Dude, I will lose it. And then I'm like, people are like, yeah, dude. Like, whereas I'm up there, I try to be like cool guy from the fucking Don't Tell set, and I'm like, that's just not me anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just more crazy.
Lean into that. That's the best.
Yeah, and I realized that when he was saying, like, you just got to also think, like, you are funny. You wouldn't be able to buy groceries if you weren't funny.
Yeah.
And you can't stop thinking about everything as, like, attack. Like,
Yeah.
it's my show. Like, they're there to see me, and I'm like, what the fuck going on?
Yeah. No, and there's also, like, it's nice that a level of chaos in the crowd unlocks that in you, but, like, you could probably unlock that without them.
I know,
Like,
man.
fuck it. It's like, if you're at that space mentally, just launch right into it. But I'm with you. Sometimes I've encountered situations. I don't have the freedom that Rory does either. He's great at it. He's a gifted dude. But like sometimes you encounter situations that are so crazy, you're just like, the only way to deal with this is to rise to it or exceed it. Mm-hmm. And usually for me that means get fucked up and go on stage. Because then I now have the freedom to be like, whatever, it's wild time. I don't give a shit.
You stop caring.
Yeah,
but I
stop
think
caring.
I'm still trying to hold myself to like the standard that like you and Ben kind of set with like just the effort and the craft of these jokes is so well done.
Well, thanks,
And
man.
I really like, I mean, I tell Emmett, but like I sit down like hour and a half every day, but I like just writing and like just revising these jokes. But I think the discipline is sort of getting in the way of the fun.
Of the purity of it. I mean, but it's the yin and the yang. Like, knowing that you have those jokes there, should the craziness not work.
Should allow you to say, all right, I've taken 5 steps in with this premise, now let's just kind of keep going and see where we can go.
I mean, there's like a Bill Hicks quote, I'm sure you've heard it, like, it's like, your act is, oh, thanks, man. Your act is like what happens when everything else isn't working. You know what I mean? So it's like,
really? I've never heard that.
Yeah. It's just, I'm butchering it, but it's something to the effect of like, go to the material when everything else isn't working. Because you're just in the moment, you're trying whatever, like new shit, riffing, like whatever. I kind of love that.
I love that
And then you have that. That's your fucking, like.
That's your bread and butter.
Yeah, but it's also your lifeboat. Like, I can jump back in that boat anytime I want to.
Yeah.
I was opening for the Sklar's the other day, and like somebody heckled me. It was a 20-minute set. I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just opening for my buds. I'm here to hang. Mm-hmm. And then there was like a heckle that was so funny that I just went off on it, and it was like 11 minutes. And then I looked, I was like, oh my God, that was 10 minutes of just off the dome. And like, you feel like you can fly walking off that stage.
You feel
it's
amazing,
the best,
man.
It's the best.
And I really wish I could just like unlock that instead of, I don't know. I
think you can. I think you need to do ayahuasca.
No.
I think you need to grow your hair longer.
No.
I think you need to just wear limbs only.
There's no Carlin arc for me, dude. If anything, it's like, sitting in a gamer chair, polishing my gun.
Which is probably what George Carlin would be doing right now.
That's what he would be. Hey, chat, today's the day.
He wouldn't be doing Rogan or fucking Hinchcliffe, dog. He'd be in a chair polishing his gun.
In a chair. I mean, for real, dude.
For real.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, man, I think about it. All right, wait, what time are we at?
Real Man of Genius time.
It's Real Man of Genius? All right.
I don't even know what's happening.
Real Man of Genius. Here's to you, 80-year-old guy at my climbing gym. Mr. 80-year-old guy at my climbing gym. Every day I see you, it's quite a delight to watch you climb up those walls. Holy shit, you're veiny. Every time, you just invited me to go outdoor climbing with you today, and I think I might take you up on it. Road trip with Grandpa! But every time I do see you when I'm working there, you always engage me in conversation, even though I've been bored out of my wits. You're really a savior! So here's to you, 80-year-old guy at my climbing gym. Keep rocking that ponytail and living in the free world. Real Man of Genius! Do you have a real man of genius?
Not as good as that fucking guy. What a breakthrough for friendship that was.
Yeah, it was really cool. He invited me to go climbing with him.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Could I come?
Yeah, you can come. Seemed like kind of an open invite.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. You don't have a real man of genius?
I didn't know this was a thing. Let me think of a real man of genius that I would like to nominate.
We don't tell anybody beforehand.
Who's a real man of genius?
Dude, I got invited to do this show, which I can't do now, but like, I got invited to this show where it was like, it's called, you need to go up and tell a really embarrassing story and then lip sync to a song. And I go, what?
Jesus Christ.
I know, I'm like, can
Any warning whatsoever?
I do 10 minutes?
Real man of genius. I'm gonna give it to my dad, man.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah, so I gotta sing it?
I'll sing it. You can, I can do the after part. Oh, you can sing it too. Yeah, you ready?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Real man of genius.
That's really
Talk
good.
about John Holland.
John Holland!
Civil rights attorney, recently fell and broke his hip. He doesn't like me to tell people that because it was actually a leg fracture. You think he's old, but he's not old. It wasn't decrepitude, it was just a dumb fucking accident.
Sometimes
he's real pissed.
that happens!
He's real pissed because he thinks it makes him seem lamer than he is. But he was doing 10,000 steps before that. And he'll be back on the mend soon. Already walking with a cane.
And that is Adam Cayton Holland's Real Man of Genius.
Heal up soon, Dad. You're crushing it. We're all proud, bud.
That's a really good Real Man of Genius.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, we can get real sincere on the show, and I like that. Sincerity is back, and sincerity is here to stay. That's what I want everyone to know. Adam, you have a brand new special out on YouTube.
I do.
20 years, and all I got was this lousy special.
20 years of comedy, all I got was this lousy special.
Pretty good. It's filmed at the famous Lions Lair.
The open mic dive bar where I started at.
Yep. I mean, I remember that. I remember that open mic very vividly.
All my friends went in there, you know, to do the special. It's like people who haven't been there in a long time that saw me coming up, and we all walked in and were like, oh yeah, this is nostalgic and fun. And then as soon as you walk in, you're like, it's just still a shithole.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
There's just like nothing cool about it.
Yeah.
But here we are.
The bartender looks like a bowling pin.
There were 3 regulars there just drinking, and we came with cameras. They're like, "Are you making a movie?" And we're like, "Yeah, kinda." And they were like, "Can we stay?"
What kind of movie?
And I said, "You can absolutely fucking stay." And they stayed the whole time, man.
That's great.
I held on to the regulars.
Yeah, I love that bar because there's always the bartender looks like a bowling pin. The other bartender, the lady, she looks like I don't forget it. You know what I mean?
Abandon the riff midstream.
Abandon the riff. Sometimes you just gotta abort. I've done that. You ever abort a story? I'm so good at aborting a story.
Dude, on our podcast, Ben Roy does it all the time.
Yeah,
but usually because he's just distracted by his phone. He's
Escape
like, you were
shoot.
talking.
Escape shoot.
You were talking. And now you just kind of faded out and turned into your phone.
That's really funny because Ben starts every sentence as if he's ready to grandstand or literally filibuster for 24 hours.
I think we've known
And
each other.
let me tell you, and
Right.
he just goes.
And then a slow fade out to like, well, give me my dopamine fix.
Yeah.
And then he's just asleep. That's why our podcast rips, dude.
Shout out to his podcast, guys. Check out his podcast, The Grolix. If you live in Denver.
We rebranded. It's called Advice Fight.
Advice Fight.
The internet's only competitive advice. You got to come on. Fucking rips,
I would
dude.
love to,
It's
dude.
competitive advice.
Yeah,
it's
man.
very fun.
I'm gonna be doing a pod on Friday with I'm doing it's me and Kobos and P Rich, and we're just gonna do it on here, and we're gonna call it's actually gonna be the stupidest thing ever.
That's going to be a 6-hour episode.
Yeah, it will be, of us just doing again Family Guy voice. That's all we do.
Well, look, I'll try to schedule a block to listen for sure.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna need.
Honey, can you take the boys? I got to listen to the new pod. Thanks, babe.
Yeah, I timed up the mushrooms perfectly.
Thanks, babe. I'll be in the backyard.
It's like I'm in Quahog.
Yeah, just text me if there's any problem with bedtime. I'm going to be in the backyard listening to the new pod. Thanks, babe.
All right, wait. My dates. Detroit. I know I've been screaming about it. Please come. It's probably this week is when it's coming out. So April 18th and 19th. I'll be featuring for Noel Miller in Irvine the next week, April 25th and 26th. Then after that, Austin, Texas, May 9th, 10th. Please come to that. That'll be a good time. I can't wait. I'm going to wear jorts. It's China jort season now. I think we're back.
Buddy, yeah.
And then Cincinnati, Go Bananas. That's a legacy club.
That club's a lot of fun.
That's a fun club. Please come out to that. All my Cincy people, all my Cincy heads. And then San Francisco just went on sale. That was fucking awesome last year. Let's sell it out this time.
Cobb's?
Yeah, dude.
Attaboy.
Dude, we did 185 last year.
That's so
We're
great.
gonna try and fucking sell this fucker
Proud
out.
of you, Alec.
And if
Go
there's-
sell it out for him.
And if there's anything I know, I'll be disappointed. So please, if they go to that, Sacramento, 4th of July in San Diego. Guys, a parting message. For the person leaving the dead bird on my doorstep, I admire your style, and I appreciate that. I'm not sure if this is like a love thing or like if you want to wear my skin as a hat, but appreciate you. And for those of you that really care, I love you dearly, and I will be there at your bedside as you wither away in the hospital.